Before we begin our story, a quick announcement. We will be covering this entire series from start to finish, including Force Storm, Prisoner of Bogan, and Force War. Each of these arcs contains 5 issues, and we will go through all of them in full. Each issue will be made into a single episode. Therefore, this whole series will have 15 episodes in total. Keep in mind, this storyline is not canon. It belongs to Star Wars Legends, a place where the oldest and deepest stories of the galaxy are kept. And in the future, we'll continue exploring more comics across the timeline: Tales of the Jedi, Knights of the Old Republic, and many more from both Legends and canon. So stay with us and enjoy the comic.
I grew up reading stories, how I believed that I could climb through every page, how all the fire and glory, all the revenge and all the rage. Have you heard of the heroes ending? They couldn't protect and they couldn't defend in all the way. Have you heard of the heroes ending? If we go further, then we'll never be the same.
Long before the Republic, before the Jedi, our story begins in the ancient year 36,453 BBY. Snow sweeps across an old mountain range, the wind howling through tattered banners. Everything feels ancient, as if the land itself is remembering a story from long, long ago. High in these icy peaks stands a massive stone pyramid, the Tho Yor. Monks gather around it, robes whipping in the storm. They've watched over this strange structure for generations, always sensing there's something inside it, waiting. They meditate in the snow, quiet, patient. And then something changes. 2 monks look at each other, startled. A young monk whispers,
"Grandpa, do you hear?"
The old one nods softly.
Tho Yor is calling.
The storm eases as golden light spills across the mountain. The great pyramid begins to glow, its surface shifting like it has finally awakened. The monks feel the call inside their hearts. It isn't words, it's something deeper. They walk toward the light as a doorway slowly opens. They step inside, calm, certain. The Tho Yor rises from the mountain in a burst of light, lifting into the sky. To the monks, this isn't shocking. It's the prophecy they've waited for. It floats upward into space, carrying them away. Across the galaxy, the same thing happens. On Kashyyyk, Wookiee warriors freeze mid-battle as the Tho Yor appears, glowing softly. Their anger fades, their fear fades. They simply follow the call. On Dathomir, the misty jungles tremble as another Tho Yor rises. Shamans pause, riders stare, elders nod. They all feel the same calling, like a song meant only for them. On the desert world of Ryloth, philosophers go silent as the Tho Yor descends. They step out of their caves, leaving safety behind. Whatever they've been searching for, they sense it in this moment. Underwater on Manan, Selkath scholars turn as another pyramid opens, glowing like a beacon in the deep sea. They swim inside, drawn by the promise of wisdom. 8 Tho Yor travel through the stars, carrying beings from every corner of the galaxy, all guided by the same mysterious call. They move deep into the galaxy's core, through twisted space, dark gravity storms, until they reach their destination, Tython. Lightning cracks across the sky as the pyramids gather around a 9th, larger one. Inside each ship, the travelers feel an ancient energy wash over them, the Force. Waterfalls crash below as the largest Tho Yor descends. Something inside every person changes. They feel connected, united, one in the Force. The ships scatter across the world, settling people into new lands. Strangers become a single people, the Tythons. On this wild world, the Tythons learn from the Force, in meditation, in combat, in survival. Tython teaches them balance through its 2 moons, one bright, one dark. And when the balance breaks, storms rip across the land. After the city of Alum is destroyed, the truth becomes clear. People without the Force cannot safely live here. So families leave the world a sad, painful migration. They settle on safer moons and planets, leaving their home and sometimes their loved ones behind. Those who can use the Force remain. They walk the Jedi path, traveling, learning, balancing light and dark. Their temples rise across mountains and deserts. A Jedi woman stands with her Wookiee companion, speaking the core truth of their order. There is no ignorance, only knowledge. No fear, only power. She calls herself the heart of the Force, the flame of light, the mystery of darkness. In perfect balance, they become eternal. The Jedi spread across nearby worlds, guiding, judging when needed. But over time, people begin to fear them, resent them. And out of that resentment rises a powerful leader, Queen Hadiya of Shikakwa. Clad in black and gold, fierce, proud, she unites criminals and conquers nearby planets. She refuses Jedi rule. She listens only to herself. This sparks the Despot War. The Jedi return to stop her armies. The final battle ends at the Temple of Knowledge where Hadiya falls. The war ends, but the wounds remain. 12 years later, young students sit with their teacher, Master Ketu. One boy bursts out, angry and loud.
I hate Queen Hadiya.
His friend whispers urgently.
Shh, hating is wrong, right, Master?
Ketu answers calmly, gently. He tells them that hate isn't always wrong. It's understandable. Anger can even be useful, like fire. But feeling only hate or only anger destroys balance. He explains that even Hadiya wasn't entirely evil. People followed her out of love and devotion. He says he must find where she exists in his own heart to truly understand her. The boy shakes his head, refusing the idea. Ketu rests a hand on his shoulder. All people carry both light and darkness, he says. The goal is not to be trapped by either, but to live in balance. A Tho Yor glides past the waterfall as he finishes, a silent reminder of that truth. Twin suns shine over an ocean-covered Tatooine, a peaceful world before the Rakata came. Their ships descend like predators. A tall Rakata overseer looks over frightened children and sneers.
Primitive these. Worth the journey, Xesh?
Xesh, an armored Force Hound, answers,
Yes, Praetor Tolkar.
Tolkar studies the children again, unimpressed. He asks Xesh which one he senses. Xesh steps forward, points, and says simply,
This one.
A Rakata warrior strikes. The boy dies instantly. His father screams, Lona! He collapses in grief, calling them monsters. Tolkar sneers that they don't need the child. They are conquerors. They do as they wish. The father rises in fury, shouting that the Kumunga will fight until the Rakata are driven away. Tolkar kills him with a surge of lightning.
Unlikely that.
He says coldly. Tolkar praises Xesh for finding the planet and selecting the sensitives. He calls him the best of the Force Hounds, his Force Hound. A messenger arrives with an order from Pridor Skalnas. Tolkar realizes he's a spy and kills him brutally, accusing him of enjoying the act of delivering orders. When asked if he'll obey, Tolkar lowers his hand and says he must, because Skalnas outranks him. He orders the corpse prepared, saying all this activity has made him hungry. At the fortress on Bis, Pridor Skalnas sits on his throne. Tolkar arrives with Xesh and argues that he conquered Tatooine and deserves the right to harvest it. But Skalnas says he doesn't need Tolkar at all. He needs Xesh. Trill, Skalnas' Force Hound, claims she sensed a Force-rich world but can't locate it. She insists it's impossible to find. Skalnas turns to Xesh.
Is it truly impossible?
Xesh answers.
For Trill, yes.
Trill snaps, attacking him. The two crash through the chamber, fighting violently with blades and force power. Xesh pins her down, blade ready to strike, until Skalnas roars,
Enough.
He blasts them apart with a wave of power. Tolkar sneers that the fight ended too soon. Skalnas reminds him that neither of them issued a formal challenge. Skalnas says if they want a death match, they'll do it properly, with the entire Empire watching. Tolkar even says he looks forward to it. Then Skalnas asks Xesh again,
Can this world be found?
Xesh steps into the shadows, turns slightly and answers.
Yes, I can find this world.
Then he adds, cold and merciless,
I will take you to it, and you will feast upon its bones.
The Rakata watch him leave, unsure whether he is truly a hound or something far worse.